Helping Seniors Television, all about improving quality of life for seniors. If you're a senior, know a senior, or plan to be a senior, then this show is for you. It's all about helping you develop your own aging plan so you can age actively and with dignity. Helping Seniors Television from the Helping Seniors Network of information, education, and resources.
So in the Wellness Series today, I want to introduce, he's a longtime friend of ours. You've been involved in helping seniors going way, way, way back too. His name is Dr. Kevin Kilday. I know him through a lot of ministry work that we've done over the years together, but his real, his professional background is he's been in addiction recovery. So he has a lot of experience in working with people and moving them through addiction. But through that, he also has a lot of experience in holistic health. In fact, he, for many years, has operated a thing called Holistic Health Center. He's focused on protocols where you talk about not only addiction recovery safely and effectively, but you also have cancer therapy protocols. And then we've talked about you specialize in helping people find natural ways to move through pain situations and things like that. But the really exciting project is that he's taken his expertise, worked together to bring it online as an organization now called Faith College of Natural Health. And that's what he's going to share with us, some things that you want to know, and also some ways you could even learn more. So with that, Dr. Kevin Kilday.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you all. As Kerry had mentioned, my name is Dr. Kevin Kilday, and I have a large background in natural health and holistic health. I'm also a ordained minister, and I have a couple of doctorate degrees. I'm not a medical doctor, just to bring that up front. But I advise people on alternative and natural health care, and I have a doctorate in pastoral counseling, which I use some of that to help a lot of people in the addictions field presently. My company I work for allows me to do that, and I also have a doctorate in natural health. Now, I am a monthly writer for Spotlight magazine. I'm sure you see that. It's a free magazine, and probably here there's a number of copies and doctors' offices all over. And Brian is the publisher, and I've been working with him for 10 years now, writing monthly articles on natural health, and in the last couple of years on addiction recovery, because that's what I've been doing full time, and it's a major problem, not only in this county and this state, but throughout the country. But there is hope. Now, I also, up until a couple of years ago, I ran a company called Holistic Health Center. Right now, it's offline because I was doing nutritional consulting, and I was helping people with alternative cancer therapies. I had written a protocol to help people who are suffering from cancer, regardless of what stage they were in. I would offer them a totally natural protocol that they can use with or without chemotherapy, radiation. So I did that for from 2013 all the way to 2022. And then I had a job offer to help because I recently became certified as an addictions recovery peer specialist, certified by the state. And I was just looking around, and I got a job offer I couldn't refuse. So unfortunately, my Holistic Health Center had to take a back burner. But in the meantime, I gave it a lot of thought, and I said to myself, I need to share what I have learned with other people. So therefore, I decided to start this college called Faith College of Natural Health. Actually, the planning stages, when I started writing all the courses, actually started during the COVID-19 quarantine in 2020. I like to work, and I was just bored because, we were all stuck in quarantine and couldn't, work or do much of anything. So I said, geez, I should start running some courses and see, what I can do with that. One thing led to another, other people came on board, and before you know it, a couple of years later, we are now up to approaching 60 natural health courses. Presently, we have 40 courses online, which is, F as in Faith College of Natural Health is fcnhedu.com. I got some information over there too, so you don't have to take notes. You just visit me at that table over there. Now, we offer from some certifications for just a wellness advocate. We also offer a health coaching a certification, as well as presently associate's and bachelor's degrees. We are completing our next block of courses. We have 20 courses in a block. So we are getting ready to introduce our master's program, which is another 20 courses. We are almost complete with them, and they're going to be upline within the next 30 days. And then after that, we have targeted another set of courses for our doctorate program. So we are very busy, and the courses are right now strictly online. However, after talking with I call him Dr. Kerry, because he does have a PhD also. He never says it, but he does. We are going to in the near future, probably in the month of December, have some live lectures in here, actually in this lobby right here. We haven't picked out a date yet. So, with that said, we've decided just recently that we are going to offer an absolutely free, no obligation course. Okay? The course is all about holistic health. We are going to have some live classes here. And this here is the book we're going to be using. It's called the Holistic Health Handbook. It's written by a young lady called Kim Lamb. Very good book, very well balanced. It covers a lot of different things: aromatherapy, herbal medicine, breath work, acupressure, just meditation, just a lot of things and a lot of information that you can use. And like I said, absolutely free, no obligation whatsoever. Now, getting back to the college again, we have a unique setup with our college. Recently, we just, my staff and I, just looked at some just standard colleges, even, East Coast Florida College, I believe it's called, formerly BCC. They are getting, and other colleges, other state colleges, they are getting over $200 a credit hour for a college course. And most college courses are 3 credits. So you walk in the door and you want to take one course, you're already out of pocket over $600, not including a college book which can range from $50 for a used one, and I see them as high as a couple $100. So the worst case scenario, you could be, for one course at a state college, paying, what does that add up to? About $700-800 for one course. All right. Faith College of Natural Health. And by the way, we are fully accredited, not by the big accrediting agencies like a lot of these major colleges have, because it costs a couple $100,000 to achieve those those accreditations. But we are accredited by two organizations. One is called the Worldwide Commission of Religious Institutions. All right. By the way, our college is a faith-based nonprofit corporation. So we have some courses that are faith-based, all right, but they're not required to take them. You don't have to be a Christian or anything else to attend our college. It does not matter to us. We will work around that. So we are fully accredited by them. They're a small accrediting agency that has been accrediting colleges probably for over 20 years, throughout the country. They're called Worldwide Commission of Accrediting Commission of Religious Institutions. Now, we are also fully accredited by the American Association of Christian Therapists. What's nice about them is, if you obtain a degree through us and you want to pursue, let's say, Christian counseling or other things that they have, like a domestic abuse counselor, they have, what they offer is they offer faith-based licensure, so you can operate legally in a spiritual realm of consulting with people. I use the word consulting. I don't like to use the word counseling because it just gets into all the the state legal stuff and everything. So I use the word consulting or advisor. And this organization is great. They, like I said, they approved us that they're willing to take any degree that you achieve with us, because we offer a lot of specific degrees. We offer degrees in natural health, holistic health, herbal therapy, natural behavioral therapy, health coaching, and functional medicine, and integrative health. Number of, really anything to do with alternative medicine is a number of subcategories. But all this information that I'm giving you right now is actually on our website, okay? I have a business card over there with the little QR code. All you have to do is just point your phone over it, and it will take you to the website. Even I had a hard time with the QR codes, but I got it down now. We have a flyer over there, specifically about the college. Now, what I was trying to get to is our cost. All right. If you wanted to get into a 12 hours, may it be a wellness advocate program, which only requires 5 courses, or a health coaching program, which requires 10 courses, or if you want to pursue an associate's or a bachelor's, or soon to be a master's, our program is membership based. Costs you $97 a month, and you will have unlimited access to all the courses and the program you sign up for. Now, all of our courses, like our associates, our bachelors, and our masters, they're in like 20 course blocks. We call them modules. Okay, and so you are so with $97 a month, you can take as many courses as you want. Take it at your own pace. I mean, if you're a lot of time on your hands, I've seen students get our courses done in a month or less. They are based upon a standard college course of 2 to 3 months, but they can be done much sooner. Okay, so if you want to take 5, 6, 7 courses at a time, be our guest. All right, we're only going to charge you $97 a month, and when you complete, all the courses in the program of study that you are in, then the payments stop and you get your degree. So if you have a lot of time, how long it might take and the outlay of costs, far less than what you would have to pay if you were going to a state college, or even more so if you were going to a private college. All right. We just like that monthly payment concept. And but like I was saying before, we have a totally free course that you can take totally online, kind of like get your feet wet, see how you like it. Okay. No cost to you whatsoever. No deposit, no nothing. And we are going to be teaching that course here in this room. I haven't got the date yet from Kerry, but it might be sometime in December. Now, at this time, I want to introduce my other professor in the college. He's the only person I know in the natural health industry that has more letters after his name than I do. Okay, and I have about 6 or 7 or 8. He is certified in a lot of different things. He's a personal trainer. He's a former EMT. He's a nutritional consultant. And he's his bio is on our website. Okay. His name is Dr. Michael Edwards. You want to stand up, Michael, or come on up here and introduce yourself? And he's also a volunteer here at Helping Seniors of Brevard. And he's actually the one that's going to be teaching this course. And like I said, this is the book here, the Holistic Health Handbook. And he's going to be teaching some live lectures here, which we're going to be recording. And also we're going to be putting them up on our website sooner or later. So you want to say a few things, Dr. Michael?
Sure, let me see. Is this on? Is this on now? I'm so proud to be associated with Dr. Kilday. I met Doctor a number of months ago, probably a couple years ago now, when I was having some health issues and I was looking for a local naturopath, and someone recommended Dr. Cabin. So we sat down and he gave me some great information about some issues that I was having, and we've become friends over the last few years because he realized I was pretty knowledgeable about natural health myself. How many of you went back to school at a later age, like 40s or 50s? Anybody? One person? 2 people? Probably back. Yeah, there you go. I went back after I had a near-death experience when I was 50 and got my master's degree in natural health, because as I was recuperating, I was reading about the concept of preventive medicine. I'd never heard of that term before. You mean you can actually prevent diseases? How often do we hear that? We hear a lot about screenings, but a screening is really not primary prevention. It's secondary prevention, because what does a screening do? What does the screening tell us? It tells us what we already have or what we might not have, but it doesn't tell us anything about how to prevent a disease or sickness. So the more I started learning, I said, wow, especially when I became an EMT up in North Carolina, I learned that many of our calls in the ambulance were lifestyle related, things that we can control. But how come nobody was teaching these lifestyle messages to people? What's the first health message what's the first preventative health message that many of us received when we were young children? You remember the first message that you heard about prevention? I forgot it. How about stop, look, and listen? I can remember my grandmother telling me, before you cross this street out here, stop, look, and listen. What are the health messages that we hear today? Did you get your flu shot? Did you get your booster? Have you had a med check lately? It's all about pills and vaccines. It's not about prevention. The more you learn, the more you're enthused. The more you know what to do. You know what to eat. How many label readers do we have here today? I mean, really, really good label readers that read everything you put in and on your body. Does she do that? Well, I'll give you a little gift if I can remember which pocket I put it in. This is the key to losing weight. And one of the healthiest things we can do in this little box is called a pedometer. I've read studies that just by wearing a pedometer, you'll lose weight. You might reduce your heart rate, your blood pressure, just because you're now thinking about how much exercise we're getting. So I'll give that pedometer to the first person that can tell me, since you're label reading, maybe you know, what's the warning on toothpaste? No, not the warning. It's printed here. Can someone tell me the warning on toothpaste? We've got all these warnings, but we never read them. Why? Very good, Ruth. You got a pedometer here. This warning on toothpaste says, keep out of reach of children under 6 years of age. If more than used for brushing is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or contact poison control right away. We have to read our labels. Now, what I've done, and a lot of people have done because of the concerns about the toxicity of fluoride, is to get a non-fluoride toothpaste. Newer toothpaste these days, and even some nose sprays and other medications, have xylitol. It's a sugar alcohol. It doesn't add any calories, but it kills bacteria. And I would suggest that you might do some research on xylitol. And if you're still using a fluoride toothpaste, there had been some studies that the FDA did years ago that too much fluoride can cause brittle bones. Now, we have an epidemic with seniors falling these days and breaking hips. And many people never recover. I lost a father and a mother to the complications of the hip fracture. About 25% of the people that have a hip fracture never get over it. So we have to take care of our bones. What has a doctor told us in the last few years about bone strength? What do we need to do? Exercise, get our calcium, our magnesium. We have to take bone builders. Our bones just don't stay strong on their own because our diet might deplete the calcium in our system. If we don't replenish the calcium in our system every day, just our normal body process, which is we'll use up calcium. And where does our body find calcium if we don't replenish it? Take it from our teeth and our bones. That's why a lot of people have a lot of dental issues and a lot of bone issues. We have to replenish and re-nourish these parts of our bodies. Do we get that information from our doctors? Unfortunately, this state doesn't license naturopath, and I still can't figure out why they don't license naturopaths. We have to go to an MD, but only 10% of American Medical Association medical schools teach anything about nutrition. So you go to the doctor with a complaint, what are they going to do? They're going to throw another box of pills at you because they don't know that nutrients might prevent or cure our sickness or disease. For the last few years, well, it stopped about 3 or 4 years ago. I was working for United Way. They had a grant through AmeriCorps Vista, and I went around Brevard County and gave preventative health lectures for 2 years. I had like 40 different sites from Titusville all the way down to Miko. And I had hundreds of participants in my classes. And they all said, how come we're not getting this information? It's so simple. I mean, just basic nutrients. If many of us have any problems with our taste or smell, anybody here have problems with our taste or smell? As we get older, many times we don't smell right. Don't smell right. Maybe our taste and our smell. But we could just have a simple zinc deficiency. We could eat some nuts, or we could take some zinc supplements, and our smell and our taste could come back. We don't need medications to cure that problem, but we're not being told that information. But by taking a courses like through Dr. Kilday's college, Faith College of Natural Health, you could empower yourself. We're not in control of our health anymore. Some of us are. I can look around and see those of us that are in control of our health, but our doctors have more control many times than we do. And we look at them for the magic pill. But unfortunately, many seniors are on multiple medications, and there are not any studies to say what's going to happen with our body if we have this medication for heart, this medication for arthritis, this medication for cholesterol. Our body just goes all wacky. We need nutrition. Nutrition is the foundation. Back who was it? Hippocrates, I think, said, let food be your medicine, medicine be your food. They've completely erased that. But pills don't make us healthy. Now, some pills could save our lives. Some medications. We know if we have a bacterial issue or a fungal issue, we need some medications to take care of that. But sometimes just by preventing these sicknesses and diseases, which is a progress, we don't just automatically get cancer. It takes 10 or 20 years for maybe our lifestyles to contribute to getting cancer. And it might be from just basic toxicity. Everything around us is toxic these days. It's in our water supply. Please, please, please filter your water at home. I don't care if you use a Brita water pitcher or a zero water pitcher or a little faucet filter. We need to filter our water systems because it's got so much garbage in it. And I know when I get my sheet from the county, it tells me all this stuff that they filter out. The water is safe to drink. But there's over 2,000 chemicals in our water supply that's never tested. You know, in the old days, when people they got well and they had a bottle of medication they didn't need, what did they do with it? Put it in the toilet. And some people still do that. You're laughing. I can remember those days. Consequently, that stuff is never removed. And it's never tested. We have psychotropic medications. We have pain medications. We have thousands of medications. And people wonder why everybody's so wacky. It's because it's in our water supply if we don't take it out. Just do the basics. Just do the basics. And, take some bottled water around with you so you don't have to go to the water fountain, because if you've ever looked inside a water system, those things are nasty. And I don't want to drink something, like going to the gym. Now they filter the water at the water fountain. But there's a lot of toxins in our air, in our food. You still have doctors that say, eat a healthy diet. Is there anything wrong about that statement? We eat a lot of fruits and vegetables because that's good for us. But the problem is, our fruit and vegetables aren't like the old fruits and vegetables that we used to grow in the garden. Now they're laden with pesticides and herbicides and fungicides. Plus, the soil is pretty deficit of nutrients. We've grown produce in the same fields for generations, and there's hardly any minerals left in the soil. The only fertilizer they put on plants in a farm is NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But our body needs like 20 some different nutrients. If the minerals aren't in the soil, the plants don't create the minerals, so consequently, we're deficient in a lot of minerals and vitamins. And I'm a firm believer in supplementation. My mother made it to the ripe old age of 102 and a half. And it wasn't because we had a doctor in the house, it's because we had a health educator in the house. And when she finally moved to Atlanta and was in assisted living, I said, no medication goes to her unless it comes through me, because I can review the medications. We've all seen drug ads on TV these days. Gosh, while someone's, it's a pretty, sunlit afternoon and people are laughing, having a great time, and you see all these side effects scrolling across the screen from the medications they might take. You might take a medication for one problem, but it causes another problem, and we might need another medication to take care of that problem. So the answer is to get back to the basics. Get back to nutrition, remove as many toxins as we can in our homes, smile more, frown less. And one day I took a magic marker on my bathroom mirror and I outlined my face with a big smile on it. So when I get up in the morning and the first person I see when I flip on that light is a smiley face, it gets me off to a grand start. But you know how bad it is if the first person you run into is a real pain, real frowny person? It can ruin your whole day. So frown more, laugh more, smile more, and frown less. I'm going to turn this back to Dr. Kevin. Does anybody have any questions that I can answer?
See, this is an example what a great professor and teacher Dr. Michael is. Once you give him a good big hand.
Thanks, and thanks. It could have been done.
So, like I said, he's the one that's going to be teaching the free class, as well as a lot of other ones that we're going to be recording over the next year that are going to appear as podcasts on our website. Now, how much time do I have? All right. Now, over on my table over there, I have a flyer that tells you all about the degrees that we offer, and the cost. And like I said, my business card is over there with the QR code there that would you use your phone and bring you right to the website. And there's also a sign-up sheet over there for the free class. Since I don't have a firm date yet, only I ask is like your name and your email address. And I guarantee you will not get any spam email from our college, all right? It's probably only going to say in the title, FCNH free course update. That's it. Just to give you a where and when, when you can start taking it, because we haven't even, we're getting ready to load this up over the next few days onto the website. So, so the free course is actually not on the website yet, but it will be up by the middle of next week. So like I said, there's a sign-up sheet on the table over there where Dr. Michael is sitting. And, otherwise, just take our card. You can go on our website and just register and put your name and email there. Okay, so you can do it that way also. Let me see if I got everything here. That's really about it. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be part of helping seniors of Brevard. I'm a sponsor of the organization. I mentioned that I was a writer for Spotlight magazine, but I also write occasionally for Senior Scene magazine. Dr. Kerry has been kind enough to publish a few of my articles in there. And like I said, the articles mostly over the years have always been about natural health and how to live, using natural health. There's one belief I have, and I know that Dr. Michael talked about doctors and medicines and things like that. Don't get me wrong, medicines, are needed, all right? But really and most people don't realize that medicines are, in a lot of cases, are derived from plants, from herbs. The pharmaceutical company just, takes the plants and they tweak them a little bit and they make a drug out of them. But a majority of drugs, prescription drugs that you take on the market today are from herbs, natural herbs. I mean, you can Google that and confirm what I say, but that is true. And even when I was consulting people on their health matters, I would never tell them to stop taking their medication. Never. Words will never come out of my mouth. I used to say, go see your doctor. These are the supplements that I'm recommending. And hopefully I used to tell them that you have a doctor with an open mind. Unfortunately, some doctors out there are very closed-minded about, about natural products and supplements and stuff. But there are what they call integrative doctors out there. And that's the word you look for in their title if they're practicing integrative medicine. Integrative just means it's a combination of traditional medicine and natural medicine. So in most cases, an integrative medical doctor wouldn't have any problem of you taking your prescription medication along with an herb, side by side. But like I always say, always check with your personal medical doctor before you make any changes whatsoever to your medicine, your prescribed medicine regimen. So with that said, we hope that you take an interest in Faith College of Natural Health. Me and Dr. Michael, the two professors right now, we are talking to a number of others that are going to come on board, and we are just very happy to launch this college. There's articles that I write monthly for Spotlight magazine that are now focused on the college. I'm going to be writing about courses that are in the college, and just anything to do with natural health will appear in my articles. So all that said, I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to talk to you. And I'm very happy that Dr. Michael had a chance to say a few words. And thank you all very much for listening.
I'm Joe Steckler. Thank you for joining our program today. I'd like to remind you that our senior information line is available to you at 321-473-7770. There you can get help and direction that could be helpful for your specific situation or circumstances. The work of helping seniors is very important, but we can't do it alone. That is why our sponsors here in Brevard County are so important. I'd like to thank our many area sponsors, businesses, and medical providers who support the mission of helping seniors that help us carry the cost of our media efforts. If you'd like to join us either as a business partner or simply donate as an individual, we welcome your call at 321-473-7770. You are always welcome to visit our website at www.helpingseniorsofbrevard.org. Thanks so much for your help. It does make a difference.